This is a jihadist group so extreme, even Al-Qaeda wants nothing to do with them.
Top 10 most dangerous countries. Number 10, Russia. Russia does not directly reflect a dangerous place to live since there has not been any armed antagonism. In fact, only 21% of the entire population are concerned about becoming a part of any violence, and less than 10% have had any experience of violence. The violent outbreak happened after the poisoning and imprisonment of opposition leader Alexei Navalny. Citizens came out on the streets protesting. The police tried to stop them forcefully. Around 8,500 Russians were arrested. Number 9, Central African Republic. Central African Republic's violence outbreak caused the country's GDP to drop by 37%. President Faustin-Archange Touadéra applied for a second term and reported his predecessor, François Bozizé, to have been preparing a coup alongside a group of rebels. The matters took a wild turn on January 4th, 2021, when President Touadéra was declared the winner. The rebels, prepared by Bozizé, broke into towns, disregarding the peace treaty signed between the government and the armed groups in 2019. Around 20% of the total population fled to the neighboring countries, and 164,000 were expelled. Number 8, Libya. Danger started to prevail around Libya after a 15-month conflict broke out, killing hundreds, and thousands of them were expelled. A portion of the citizens went missing. Still, some Africans consider the country surrounded by strong civil unrest and political instability. 45% of Libyans have been victims of the increasing violence, and 25% feel unsafe living within Libya's borders. Tourists are also warned about the risk level before flying to Libya. Number 7, Democratic Republic of the Congo. Congo made it to this list to a limited extent due to weakening relations in 2020 with adjoining Zambia over the joint territory, which prompted line conflicts between the two nations' tactical powers, as per IEP's report. Violence cost Congo 9% of its GDP. As of November 30th, 2021, the U.S. State Department positions Congo as a reconsider travel country, noticing that savage wrongdoing, like outfitted burglary, furnished home intrusion, and attack is ordinary, and nearby police need assets to deal with a crime seriously. Aggressors might act like police or security specialists. Number 6, Somalia. It's where 18 U.S. Unique Forces staff were killed in a horrendous conflict with the Somali warlords' power in 1993 in an accident that motivated Mark Bowden's book Dark Hawk Down, a story of modern war, as well as a film based on it. However, even after 25 years of the incident, Somalia is still a violent country. As of June 17, 2021, the U.S. State Department positions Somalia as a don't travel country, noticing that hijacking, murder, and other fierce violations are ordinary. Fear-based oppressors focus on air terminals, government structures, shopping regions, and wherever else that individuals assemble with assaults via vehicle bombs, mortars, and self-destruction planes. The African country has 20% of its populace uprooted due to a continuous clash between government powers and Al-Shabaab, a group of rebels. According to the IEP's report, the violence has caused the GDP to drop by 34.9%. Number 5, Iraq. The Middle Eastern countries have been among the 5 least serene countries on the planet in IEP's file since 2015. Terrorist attacks have decreased since the loss of ISIS, as indicated by IEP. However, as of November 22, 2021, the U.S. State Department gives Iraq a don't travel rating, noticing that U.S. residents in Iraq are at high risk for savagery and abduction. Terrorists and radical groups routinely assault both Iraqi security powers and regular folks. Anti-U.S. partisans, local armies, threaten U.S. residents and Western organizations all through Iraq. Assaults utilizing improvised explosive devices, IEDs, happen in numerous regions of the nation, including Baghdad. As per the Lloyd's Register Foundation report, fewer than 33% of Iraqis rate the public authority profoundly for giving safe food and water and dependable power. Number 4. South Sudan. The African country split away from Sudan and started a free state in 2011, yet conflicts between the two nations kept South Sudan unpredictable, as to the U.S. State Department, which says that maltreatments against regular citizens, including horrifying degrees of sexual abuse, have constrained 4 million individuals to escape their homes. The African nation lost 40% of its GDP to savagery in 2020, as per IEP's report. Number 3. Syria. Syria saw an improvement in political steadiness because President Bashar al-Assad cemented his hold upon power. However, the danger from dread has expanded in Syria, and the nation experienced supported assaults by ISIS and al-Qaeda in 2020. Syria had the most obliterating monetary effect from the increasing violence, losing 82% of its financial output. The very long-term nationwide conflict was made a philanthropic emergency. The United Nations Refugee Agency assesses that 5.5 million individuals, a significant number of youngsters, have escaped Syria since the battle began, becoming the world's most significant evacuee emergency in many years. Number 2. Yemen. The Persian Gulf country has been declining in tranquility since 2008. A nationwide conflict between a Saudi-drove alliance and Iranian-supported Houthi rebels has killed 100,000 individuals since 2015, as indicated by the Council on Foreign Relations. Moreover, Yemen is progressively tormented by violent crimes. Almost 13% of the populace is outcast or uprooted individuals. In the Lloyd's Register Foundation World Risk Poll, directed in 2019, Yemen was positioned most terrible on the planet in the populace's impression of whether the public authority worked hard to give safe food, water, and solid power. Number 1. Afghanistan. Afghanistan procured the undesirable qualification of being the most dangerous country for the 4th sequential year on IEP's file, even before the South Asian country's Western-upheld government breakdown and the abrupt takeover by Taliban aggressors in the late spring of 2021. Since the Taliban's takeover, barely any individuals have been allowed to leave the country. Human Rights indicates that Taliban powers have executed previous authorities and struck homes of news reporters, activists, and common liberties safeguards. Women's rights are enduring an onslaught, and numerous females already in power positions have been terminated. That's all for today. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.